By these vague words, a very strong love story began since around 3,000 years between Odysseus and Iowa. Odysseus was an ordinary young man working in a wheat field of his old father. He had 2 ducks, a small cat, and 2 beautiful cows. He loves them and feeds them and drink them from the great river Nile beside the temple of Karnak in Thebes, currently Luxor. At one night of these summer nights, Odysseus decided to swim at the river for some time, while the stars were very bright in the sky of Thebes. And why not? Especially tomorrow, the sun will be perpendicular on the face of great Ramses II. This is a very beautiful day that the sun will enlighten the great Egyptian pharaoh, and this will be one of the greatest things. The sun became perpendicular on the face of the great pharaoh Ramses II in 2 times. The first one in 22 February, the birthday of Ramses II, to announce the beginning of the Shammel season, which means in the ancient Egyptian language as a harvest season, and the summer, according to the astronomical the star year that the ancient Egyptian made it as a time of measuring unit. And the sun rays go through Ramses temple for around 60 meters. The rays infiltrate the columns of the hall until you reach the Holy of the Holies to the light up the 3 status of the 4 inside. And they were a status of Ramses, of Rehur, sister of the sun god, and the status of the Ramses II, who are living with the machine of the status of Amun, good god in that era, as the status of the force of the god of Ptah, lord of Memphis, and the patron of the artists, and the god of the lower reach the world. This is the sun, because it must be kept in the total darkness, a status in his underworld. The second time of the sun directly overhead again happens in 22 of the month of Baba, October. The day of coronation of the king announced the beginning of winter. Abba is the original name of rocks relative to the holiday Abbat, a transmission of God Amun from his temple festival in the temple of Karnak to his temple of Luxor. Odysseus is not a very religious man, and he was no belonging to the famous pharaohs in the town, but he will go tomorrow to watch the festival and to watch the sun on the face of the great Ramses. But while he was walking in the morning of the great day, the birthday of the pharaoh Ramses, he saw a very beautiful girl. He knows her since a very long time ago, but because of his hard job, he did not talk much. She is a very beautiful neighbor, Iowa, but today he decided to talk to her. Hey.
Hey, Odysseus.
Lastly, I met you, and I will walk with you also.
Yes, life is so hard. I have a lot of job. We have no time to meet each other. I miss you too much, Odysseus. Do you know?
Oh, really?
Yes, but I miss your mother. I had a very beautiful memories while I was young. She learned me how to play music, and I played many times with your knife.
course I remember everything. How I wouldn't? And I remember also that my mother loved you too much.
Oh, you work all the day in the field of your father, and you don't enter your house, while me and you were working all the day in making bread, to prepare the food, and also for playing music. And also, she was talking about you. Oh,
Really? So, what she was telling about me? She was saying,
that you are very smart, intelligent, hardworking, and ambitious. And also, she was telling the woman you would marry.
oh, thank you. But she died since a year ago. Why now? I am the one who take care of my old father and take care of the house.
Yes, I know.
But where are you going now?
I go to the temple to watch the sun rising on the face of the great Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II because of his birthday.
Oh, me also. I go for that festival. Oh,
It's good.
oh, I am very lucky Iowa to be together. Iowa smiles, and her face was shy, and her cheek becomes red, while her shiny smile, and her eyes, and her beautiful face. Oh, this is the beauty here, and they celebrate together among the people there. After some days, while they met each other many times, while love grows between them, and he realized that he is fond of her. While one day, not so far, he decided to talk to his father that he wanted to marry Iowa, while his father agreed. They made marriage festival in a small house, and they lived together in a small hut, but beside his father. While someday, when he went to his father with food and milk, his father did not answer him. He was dead. Then Odysseus was very sad about his father's death, and he loved him very much. But what he should do now? He has no way to mummify his father's body. Here, a new phase of his life will begin. He decided to go to the mummification house to discuss how he could mummify his father. But he surprised that the price was very high, while he could not afford it. So he decided to work for them for a year without salary to mummify his father's body. He worked by the day in the field, while in the night he worked in the mummification house. Not only, but his wonderful life was also working in making papyrus paper and sell them in the market to get the money for life. But Odysseus was very smart. While he learned during his work a lot of secrets about mummifications, much makes him a very expert. After 1 year, while he paid the price of his father's vacation, not only, but also he learned the secret of excellent vacation. After several years, he got a wonderful boy. They played together with Iowa as well. While Odysseus decided to develop himself in the field of mummification, it was a very important job that days. and gains a lot of money. He was very famous between the rich and important people. While they knew his honesty and his clever hand, he made modification about mummification. While the other people were made it by slicing the body, extracting the internal organs and the brain, but he kept the heart inside the chest. Because the heart is the most important organ in the human body, because it was considered the inside. After that, they filled the body cavity with salt and they kept exposed to sun on a hood for around 40 days under the sun rays. After that, washed by the holy river. Then put a special plant and animal oils and fill with sawdust and frankincense and mirrors and the lotus leaves. But with this added to it of pain oil and the gum resin, while he specially imported from Yemen to increase his fame after the great discovery into mysteries of mummification. And the days and nights go on and on, and the years and the years, while someday he wake up, but he found his lovely wife was on the ground not moving. She was dead. He decided to make her amends forever like queens. She was his sweetheart, beautiful and the most expensive thing in his world. But despite of his fame and money, but he cannot do that. How to bury her in the king's landfills and how to do it while he was one of the common people. But he finally decided to penetrate the wall of the awe and fear, and after he mummified her as a queen and added to it amber and good innocence, he carried her on his back and he watched the way very carefully, and he will prepare himself to die for her, because the guards of the temples are not sleeping. But he decided that the dark night is that winter, while the rains are very heavy, and in the middle of the dark night he walked a while and creeps some time until he reaches the door of the holy temple, and he goes through the wild sheeps and the way of the Karnak temple. His heart was trembling, and the fear and the panic, but certainly his love, the eye, was contained all his body, and provided him with the courage and the powerful force not seen before, and the wire mazes and the corridors, and the roads were narrow and dark, till he arrived at the king of the great cemetery. And he put the coffin while contains the beautiful Aywa. But when he began to leave her, while his tears were falling from his eyes, then he began to go out, while the great snake, guarding the great king, came towards him and bit him in his neck, and he died on the spot next to his beloved Aywa. Then the guards hears his screaming. They enter at the moment of the king's room, while then found him dead on the ground beside his loved wife, holding his head. He described his love and sincerity to him. They felt so mercy for him, and they showed this message to the king, the pharaoh of Thebes at that time. while he also was very mercy to him, and he ordered to put both of them in the tombs of the kings. I tell you this story from that papyrus in front of you to salute the simple Egyptian and his great love, and to show how love and soft heart really fit the king's heart. By this love and work, the pharaohs lived for thousands of years, and their memory will stay for another thousands of years. By their secrets, while I may know and publish to you in the future with much love and sincere. Lastly, here are the words that he wrote on the last paper. These are my last words to the world. Today is my last chance to enter. Birds are sleeping and no snakes. I promise you, I will stay beside you forever.